What's up, you guys? So today in this video I want to tell you guys about the TEAS, which stands for Test of Essential Academic Skills. And for those of you who don't know what the TEAS is, it's essentially an entrance exam that many nursing programs require you to take. It's kind of like the SAT for nursing school. Wait a minute, I think I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, if you haven't already, like this video and hit that subscribe button. Please, 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 please. Santa Maria, por favor. So the TEAS has 4 different categories. 4. The first section is reading, and you have 53 questions and you have 64 minutes to complete. The second section, in my opinion, the easiest one, is math, and that consists of 36 questions and you have 54 minutes to complete. Next, we have science with 53 questions and you have 63 minutes to complete. Last but not least, we have English and language use, which consists of 28 questions and you have 28 minutes to complete. So in total, you have 170 questions, totaling 209 minutes or 3 hours and 29 minutes to complete. Now, some schools will allow you to take the TEAS up to 3 times. Some will only take your first attempt. However, if the school says, hey, we'll take up to 3 times, don't take the first one with the mindset of, I'm gonna do this as a trial run, I'm gonna test it out. Do not do that. Never ever take the TEAS with that mindset or that mentality of, this is gonna be my trial run. You guys, taking the TEAS costs money and it takes several hours of your day. Do not spend the time, do not spend the money just to see how you do. If you wanna see how you do, take a practice exam and buy a practice test booklet, which you can get far more cheaper than you would taking the TEAS just to do a trial run. So don't waste your time and don't waste your money. Take the test with the intention of, I ain't coming back to this testing center or I ain't coming back to the school. One and done, let's freaking go. I had taken the TEAS test actually twice though, but I did not take the first one with the intention of just testing it out. I actually did study for the first one, but I wanted to get a better score, which is why I did it twice. So the first time I took the TEAS test, I had taken it before I took physiology. And because I was like, you know, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on science, the math, the English, whatever, I think I can get through it. So after I had taken anatomy and microbiology, I went in to take the TEAS for the first time. I used this test booklet, it was the Mometrix ATI's T Secrets, and I studied off that for about 2 weeks. And overall, it's pretty decent. I had really no complaints. The questions were a little bit more general, a little bit easier than I think the actual TEAS was. But overall, I got 86 on the first attempt. And my lowest scoring category was the science section. And from the test I took, it was pretty physio heavy, and I did not expect that, and that was why my science was the lowest category. But I still got 86, and I think the minimum TEAS score that I needed was like a 65 or 70. So I was like, well, I exceeded the minimum pretty well. And I called my friend who at the time was going to Sac State for nursing, and I was like, hey man, I got 86, let's freaking go. But then he was like, that's not good enough, take it again. And I was like, damn, all right. So I took physiology the next semester, and then I had bought another TEAS practice booklet, which was like the Kaplan review. And the Kaplan review is overall really, I thought it was great. The practice tests were significantly harder than the actual TEAS, so I think it prepares you way more in my opinion. I believe the Kaplan test booklet, it comes with 2 practice tests inside the book and then 1 online test, so that way you can kind of get a feel for the online setting of the test. And the day before I had gone in and taken the second attempt of the TEAS, I did an online practice test with Kaplan and I got a 73. And in my head, I'm like, oh man, I'm so screwed. But my second score on the TEAS was actually a 91 overall. So I was super pumped. I was like, I made the 90s, hell yeah. And then my science category score went from a 73 from the first attempt to a 91 as well on my second attempt. Now, some of you may be asking, well, how did I register for the TEAS? And it's super easy. You just go to the ATIT testing website, and I'll put a link in the description below. So off of that ATI website, you'll make an account, and then you'll get an ATI ID number. And that's the number you use to register, whether it's through that website specifically, or you register through a school who hosts a testing center for the TEAS. The nice thing about taking the TEAS at a school is if you're planning to apply to that same school for the nursing program, you don't have to pay ATI to send the scores over to that school since the school already has it, because they were the ones who hosted the testing for you. You can also choose to do a paperback test or online test. Me personally, I prefer to do the online just because it's quick and easy. You can bounce from one section to the next. So if you finish the reading section within 30 minutes, you can start onto the math section. Some of my friends did the paperback and they were there for the entire 209 minutes. And so I want to do the fastest way possible. So I think online is the best way for that. Another benefit to doing online is you get the results right away. As soon as you click submit, you see your test score immediately, just like that. Now, I would say the sections people struggle the most with is the reading and English and language use, because they think, well, I speak English and I've been speaking English all my life. I know how to do this. I got this in the bag. However, because no one really freshens up on basic grammar, usage, and etc., they do poorly on those sections. And some schools will require you to have at least a 65 scoring category for reading. So if, let's say you got a 90 overall on the TEAS, but let's say you got a 60 on the reading category, they won't take that. You have to retake it, and you have to meet the specific minimum category requirements as well. So just something else to look into as far as what your program wants. I thought the math was really straightforward. There's a lot of conversions, a lot of proportions, solving for X, you know, changing things from like decimal to fraction, etc. Still, it's good to review. I definitely reviewed, but those are typically, math is typically the highest scoring category from what people have told me. Now, I've heard of mixed reviews of people taking the test. Some say it's super easy, some say it's straightforward, some say it was really hard. But regardless of how you feel, like, oh, I think I can handle it, I don't think I can, definitely put in the time and energy to study for the TEAS. Like I said, you want to be able to knock it out in one attempt. It saves you time, saves you money. And this test is going to be dependent on you getting into nursing school. So definitely take the test seriously. It's definitely not something to play around with. Put in the work, put in that time, grind hard, push through, stay driven, show some resiliency, and you'll do great. If you guys have any questions or anything else regarding the TEAS, feel free to message me on Instagram or drop a comment below and I'll get to it. I hope this video helped you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.